Welcome back. I'm your host Gabriel, and then there were 8. We finally get soccer again after 2 days of withdrawal, and tomorrow morning we'll get the first 2 games of the quarterfinals at 10 a.m. at the Education City Stadium. We'll have Brazil playing against Croatia, and then at 2 p.m. at the Lusail Stadium we will have Netherlands against Argentina. 2 very interesting games with an uncertain result. Brazil is coming to this game probably at the peak of their performance so far. They have had a pretty good World Cup, but at the last game against South Korea was something else. An incredible performance, individual performances by Lucas Paquetá, Vinicius Junior, Casemiro, Rafinha, and Richarlison. Neymar played, coming from an injury, but he was not the best player out there in the last game. I would say all 7 players in attacking positions did extremely well, and so that's going to be a tough job for Croatia to stop them and try to control the game and get their opportunities for Perisic and Pekovic to get some chances. It's going to be an uncertain game. Brazil is the heavy candidate, though, I would say. I would expect Brazil to win this game by a score of like 2 or 3-1. I would go with 3-1. But again, this is the World Cup of surprises, so you never know. Since we don't have much to talk about previous game because we haven't seen a game in 2 days now, hard to believe, I have some stats from this World Cup so far. In terms of the top scorers, we have Kylian Mbappé, who's having a fantastic tournament with 5 goals in 4 games. And then we have a bunch of players with 3 goals each, which include Gakpo from Netherlands, Olivier Giroud for France, Lionel Messi, Alvaro Morata for Spain, Gonzalo Ramos for Portugal, all 3 goals in the last game, Rashford from England, Richarlison, Saka, and Ener Valencia from Ecuador. In terms of goals scored by team, we have England and Portugal with 12 goals in 4 games, which is an amazing 3 goals per game average. But of course, England having 6 goals from their game against Iran, and that was a 6-2 final. And then Portugal just coming off a fantastic 6-1 win against Switzerland. Then with 9 goals each, we have France and the already eliminated Spain. And then Brazil, first Netherlands with 8, and then Argentina and Brazil with 7. So you can see out of the top positions in terms of goals scored per team that everybody who's on the quarterfinals is there, and the only one that hasn't made it that shows in the top 6 positions is Spain. In terms of total shots per team, we have Brazil and France tied with 68, which is an outstanding 17 shots per game. Then a very surprising second is Germany, which means 22 shots per game because they only play 3. Then Argentina with 58 or 14.5 shots per game. And then tied in 5th position, that would be Portugal and Senegal with 51, which makes a total of 12.7 or an average of 12.7 shots per game. If we move to shots on target, Brazil is still first with 32, which means 8 shots on target per game. Second is Argentina with 27 or 6.7 per game. Then Germany, again, third with 25 or 8.3 per game. Also with 25, but in 4 games, that would be France, which gives them an average of 6.2, then Portugal with 23, and finally England with 21. Here's another interesting statistics is the shots on target. Again, Kylian Mbappé with 10 shots on target first. A surprising Lionel Messi with 9, so it's just 1 short. And then 3rd position is Dani Olmo from Spain, already eliminated, so that's it. And then with 6, we have Memphis and from Netherlands and Marcus Rashford from England. And then finally, Julian Alvarez with 5. And now a very useless table or stats, because you can be a master of possession, but if you don't win the games, it's absolutely useless. Look at the teams that are showing here. First, in terms of possession, Spain, 76%, eliminated. Second, Argentina, 65.2, struggled to win most of the games. Third is England with 64.8. Fourth is Denmark, already eliminated with 59.7. Then Fifth is Germany, already eliminated with 59, and then 6 are tied, Brazil and France with 57.8%. Now let's hear our U21 women's team captain, Florencia Almada, live from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Hi, my name is Florencia, and last time that I had some picks, they were actually both wrong. I was rooting for South Korea and Japan. Unfortunately, they both did lose, and now they're out of the tournament. But I think that tomorrow in the quarterfinals, I think Brazil is going to win 4-1, because recently they've just been outclassing their opponents, I feel, and they're kind of on like a really good win streak right now. And I really hope that Argentina wins, because I want Argentina to win the whole thing. So please win, Argentina, please.
On the second game of the day, we will have Netherlands hosting Argentina. Again, as I mentioned in the previous episode, this is going to be the 5th time that two teams are going to be playing against each other with 2 wins per side. However, both of the Dutch wins were during the 90 minutes, and Argentina beat Netherlands in extra time in the final game of 1978, and then via penalty kicks in the semifinals in Brazil 2014. So in a way, Netherlands had the upper hand here, or had the advantage coming into this game. Netherlands will play with their normal 3-4-1-2 formation with Cody Gakpo and Memphis. He doesn't like to be called Depay because apparently some family issues, so I'll call him Memphis. So Gakpo and Memphis are going to be the strikers, but they have wings that are doing extremely well, and even the right back Timber and Ake are in the role too. So Netherlands coming to this game very strong as well. On the other hand, Argentina on the other side of the field, Argentina with the normal 4-3-3 formation. Lots of doubts about the starting lineup. Scaloni has been very mysterious about this whole thing. Everybody talking about how Rodrigo De Paul is injured, how Angel Di Maria was coming out from an injury. So it's hard to predict who's going to be on the starting 11 tomorrow. I would say it's going to be Molina, Romero, Otamendi, and Acuna in the back. Then Guido Rodriguez instead of Rodrigo De Paul, Enzo Fernandez, who has been nothing short of fantastic so far, and Alexis McAllister. And then up front, I would expect Julian Alvarez for sure, and obviously Lionel Messi be there. And the third player at front could be Angel Di Maria, or could be another Angel, Correa. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Now, with regards to the prediction for this game, I'll have to predict from my heart, and I would say a 2-1 win for Argentina, but it's going to be a tough one, definitely. This is the toughest challenge this team has had so far, so we'll see if they can get through and overpower this very strong Dutch team and set themselves up for a possible semi-final game against Brazil next week. Here's our technical director, Santiago Almada.
I don't think much needs to be said tonight. I think this says everything we need to know. I'm show the back there a little bit. A little messy. Oh, sorry. My bad. Just a couple Argentina scarves. But 2-1 Argentina over Holland. And then Croatia 1-1 against Brazil. And then penalty shots go to Croatia. Argentina winning a Julian Alvarez goal, and then a late Messi goal to win it. Vamos Argentina.
So, in this World Cup full of surprises, we don't have too many surprises in the final 8, maybe except Morocco. That is a very nice surprise to have them there. But all the other teams, Argentina, Netherlands, Brazil, Croatia, were like runner-ups in the last World Cup, France, England, and Portugal, they're all about the big boys in soccer, right? So we could get some like dream semifinals next week. Like it could easily be Argentina against Brazil and France against Portugal. It's hard to predict, but it could be like something like that, and it would be like outstanding. And then the final game could easily be Argentina against France, or Brazil against Portugal, or Argentina against Portugal, and have maybe one final showdown between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. What do you think? That would be absolutely stunning to have a game like that. Many think this is the best World Cup ever. I'm not sure if that is true. I remember some memorable ones, but this has been one hell of an entertaining World Cup, that's for sure. Some of the games have been incredible. Some of the surprises have been incredible. I think we will all remember this World Cup for many, many years.